In this video, we will be exploring the data analytics functionalities that KNIME has to offer. We will take a tour of the KNIME Node Repository. The Node Repository is located in the lower left corner of the workbench in KNIME Analytics Platform. It contains the nodes that can be used in your workflow. Currently, that is in 2017 and with KNIME version 3.3, if all of the free KNIME extensions are installed, the Node Repository will contain more than 1,500 nodes. The nodes are organized in categories. Each category represents a specific functionality in data analytics. So let's have a look at the different categories. Let's start with the I/O category. This category contains the nodes you need to access data, file reading and writing, using a number of different file formats like CSV, Excel, PMML, images, tables, and more. Table is the KNIME proprietary format for binary files. I/O doesn't contain only nodes for file operation, but also nodes for data generation, for sending emails, and for file handling for local and remote files. What about the database? For database integration, we have a fully dedicated category called Database. This category contains the connector nodes for specific databases, nodes for in-database processing, nodes for reading and writing, and other nodes for useful database operations. The next category would be manipulation. This category contains the nodes for filtering, aggregating, transforming a data table. For example, for column operations, we have a number of column filters, binning, conversions, joining, splitting, and then a number of transformation nodes. Just to quote three of the nodes most used in these subcategories, we have the joiner, to join together two tables, the string manipulation, to modify the content of string type column cells, and the normalizer node to force a column's range into a defined interval. Similarly, in the row subcategory, we find a large number of row filter nodes in filter, nodes for aggregation, partitioning, and sampling in transform, and other nodes for other row-based operations. Category views contains nodes for visualization. Analytics is another important category as it contains all of the statistics and the machine learning algorithms necessary for data analytics. In mining, for example, you can find nodes for prediction, clustering, association rules, dimensionality reduction, ensemble learning, optimization, Weka integration, and so on. However, you probably will not find here all of the most advanced algorithms for data analytics. Deep learning, for example, is not here, which brings me to the KNIME Labs category. The KNIME Labs category is a special category for all of the new nodes. New means either newly released by KNIME or newly produced algorithms from the research and academic community, exactly like deep learning. So here we find the deep learning. When these nodes have reached their maturity, either in the scientific community or in KNIME, they are moved into more appropriate categories. KNIME Labs doesn't only contain deep learning, but also, for example, the MongoDB integration, PMML integration, parallel execution, visualization based on JavaScript, and Spotfire and Tableau integration, and many more nodes for cool integrations and cool algorithms. Scripting contains the nodes for R, Python, and Java integrations. These nodes allow you to write code segments in R, Python, and Java respectively. Tool integration category contains nodes for tool integration. Unlike the nodes in scripting, the nodes here offer a full graphical user interface and not just a script editor. The workflow control category contains the nodes to parameterize a workflow. Those nodes are in the variables subcategory. The nodes to create parallel branches inside the workflow, that is in the switches subcategory. The nodes to implement loops in the loops subcategory. And many more nodes to handle errors, for meta nodes, automation, and so on. Those are many nice nodes, maybe too many. How can I find the node I'm interested in? For that, there is the search box up here. For example, let's say that I look for a filter node, then I type filter, and then I get the list of all nodes containing the word filter in their name. Okay, that's an exact match between the word in the search box and the words contained in the name of the node. So what if I now look for grouping nodes? There are none, but I know that there are nodes that perform grouping in KNIME. I'm sure of that. So let's activate the fuzzy search with this button here. When I activate this button, the search criterion moves from an exact match of the search word in the node name to a fuzzy match. In this case, then, I get a list of nodes that are somehow more or less, even just loosely related to the word grouping. And for example, I find the group by node, which was the node I was looking for. And with that, we conclude our tour of the node repository panel.